I did not want that to happen. Now the other day when I was really bored, I found myself on eBay and I also found myself with £200 in my bank account, not doing a great deal. So I bet myself that I wouldn't buy the next car in the auction running out soonest in terms of time, and I lost against myself because I bought something, and I bought this. It is a Proton GL something, I'm not quite sure what it's called. 1995, 3-speed automatic, and I shall call it Donald Dump. It's not really looking factory fresh. I've done this pretty nifty duct tape repair myself, and as everyone knows, if you can't fix it with duct tape, you're not using enough duct tape, so I need more duct tape. The indicator is a little bit loose, but I'm sure when I'm driving it about 150 miles an hour, all that downforce will keep it in place. Wings a little bit battered, side also quite battered, window doesn't really go up. Inside you will find something truly astonishing. We have this. It is a winch. There is a switch and it operates said winch, and it's actually really hardcore and it goes both ways. I really like it when things go both ways, and look how hard it is as well. I literally cannot stop that. Ugh. We've got an engine under here, I don't know how big it is, and the world's heaviest bonnet. This is actually a Mitsubishi engine, means that I'm pretty much JDM. There are only 4 of these left in the country, so this is one of 4. This is rarer than a Bugatti Veyron in Great Britain, so quite a unicorn. And I think for the day of filming, it would be rude not to start off by giving it a proper deep clean. And as everyone knows, the best way to clean a car is by going through a car wash. Cover me in your fine mist. Ow, wow. Okay, that's my phone. Let's move that. Already getting quite wet. Not the good kind of wet either. That smells good. Oh, no, it doesn't taste good though. Oh! I've gone for the silver car wash. I could have gone for the platinum, but I thought, let's not waste too much money on Donald Dump. Ah, okay, you got scared. Woo! Getting quite wet now. Getting quite wet. And it'll also help with the smell inside here, because let me tell you, the car stinks. Yeah, I'm gonna emerge reborn. So with Donald now looking fresh to death and the duct tape doing its job magnificently, I hit the roads to see just how brilliant my £200 Proton was. The ride and handling on the Proton are sublime. Speed bump. It literally just smooths everything out. It's I would compare the ride to that of a brand new S-Class. It idles nicely, the engine sounds really good, it's keeping temperature, it's not too bad on fuel. I think it might have a bit of a fuel leak though, probably ignore that. And it just goes and it stops, which is, what more can you want from a car other than it going and stopping? Apart from it smelling really bad. I mean, it genuinely smells terrible in here. Oh, I don't want to know what that is. It looks like feces. I think someone had explosive diarrhea in here. The steering wheel is also very sticky, and the seats are stained. Everything is just stained. This is foot flat to the floor. Changes gear really nicely, pretty much like a DCT gearbox. We don't have proper kind of stuff in here. I don't have air conditioning. I've got a really crappy radio. I can count 2 buttons. I count 2 buttons on the dash. But the fact is, for £200, you can buy yourself a car that will get you places. Also, another safety feature that I've realised is the fact that the door doesn't really open. So you have to really struggle to get the door properly open. You have to whack it with your elbow. Usually in car reviews, with the M3 for example, or the MX-5, I would be shouting now because the exhaust and the engine noise would be so intrusive. But with this, I can whisper and you will hear everything. This is probably the worst car I've ever reviewed and driven. But it's also one of the most fun because I literally don't give a shit about it.
As we headed deeper into the countryside, my slightly collapsed driver's seat meant that I was due for a break to realign my spine, at which point I thought it would be a good idea to test out the winch.
To test the effectiveness of the winch, because I literally have no idea what it does, I'm going to winch an equally shit car. This car here belongs to Ethan. Wind it round and then push the button and see what happens. Kind of works. Come on, winch. I'll give it a bit of a hand. Yes, 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 yes. Excellent. So you can kind of winch a car with the winch, which is good to know.
Okay, so the winch wasn't as effective as I'd hoped, but I was confident that it would prove useful for what I had in store for the Proton next.
Oh, we're in the ruts. We're in the ruts. Oh, we are bottoming out already. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I need to get over this bit a little bit. Oh, yes. Come on, Donald. Oh my God. Oh, wow, that's big. If I get in there, I'm not going to make it out. I'm going to have to be very, very skillful and very careful here, because if I go in that rut, then it's game over for Donald. I did not want that to happen. Did not want that to happen. Oh, come on, Donald. Come on. Yes, yes, freedom. We're free. We're free. Yes. All right, I'm going to attack it from another angle. Oh, oopsie. Oh, that was. Let's try and get up there. Oh, this is going to be challenging as well. Oh. Oh. Come on, Donald. We got this. Uh-oh. I see a lake. If I go in that rut, then it's game over. Come on! Come on, Donald! Yes! It's going to be your biggest challenge yet. No! Ah! I fear it might be quite bad. I think Donald might be struggling. I could do with a push. Anyone? I think it's just a bit beached. The engine still seems pretty happy. So to answer the question of how far a 200-pound car can go, quite far, but not through what looks like a lake. But the car's still running, so I'm determined we're going to get this box out, and then we'll keep on ploughing up that way and see what the great British countryside can offer us.
With Donald, my glorious 200-pound shitbox now beached, I enlisted the help of Ethan and new guy George to get the Proton free. With zero off-road experience between us, we tried pushing the car, rocking the car, packing the lake with sticks for traction, using the crap winch, pulling on a rope and getting knee-deep in dirt. Eventually though, we had to admit defeat and call Ethan's dad to rescue us with his Toyota Land Cruiser.
So as the light is slowly fading, it's about 5:30 now, you'll see that the car is still stuck, and now Ethan has to phone his dad. It did really well, and then it didn't do well. Obviously it's not off-roader, no off-road tyres. But it's part of the fun. I've rolled up my trousers now, and we just need to wait for Ethan's dad to arrive. It's a fun adventure. So Ethan's dad has just arrived in his Land Cruiser, and we're going to attach this crappy strap to the tow hook, and then get Donald dump out. That'll do.
With the Proton full of water and the exhaust trying its best not to go under, our first attempt to free the car ended with a broken winch mount. Finally, with the rear tow hook located, it was game on. Until the rope snapped. Luckily, there was a spare at hand, so we gave it one more go.
Yes, yes, yes! 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 Oh, I'm loving this! Yes, Land Cruiser for the win! Yeah, victory!
The big question was, would he make it back out of the green lane undamaged? Well, with no dams given and full power my only means of escape, the Proton's light weight helped the car storm back up the green lane with all the elegance of a wet fart. You know the one, where you feel good about what you've achieved but where you're not quite sure what damage you've done to your undercarriage.
I give you the world's greatest off-roader, the most back-to-basics machine 200 pounds can buy. Okay, we might have got a little bit stuck. It was flooded. It's broken, it's battered, but it's still going, and that is a sign of a truly great car. You can buy a car for 200 pounds, you can drive it, you can off-road with it, you can have some serious fun. But if you do want to do that and you want to do some off-roading, then make sure that you've got your friend's dad with a Land Cruiser.
Straight pipe. If you plan on angering your neighbours to the point of being visited by the cops, then straight piping your car is a surefire way of making that happen quickly. Because the point of a straight pipe is to allow exhaust gases to exit the exhaust more effectively without the restriction of mufflers and catalytic converters, the result is a car so loud that you can hear it from miles away.